It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Play action. It's Fields. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register While we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now Balaj. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this is going to be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
This defense for the Bears, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. 85,
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They'll run here with Balaj. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This defense for the Bears, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags. So the face mask moves him closer. And now 1st and goal.
check 15.
They run it with Balaj. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Balaj, touchdown, Pittsburgh. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. A touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields swings this out here for Cohen.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number one guy.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
He's to the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers.
As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too. And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe one block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Target, target.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
43's the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. I got it. 43's the mic.
They'll look to throw here. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Stay loose. Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Off play action, Fields. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 50, here's Fields. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Fields. Right back to Waddle, and this time he's got it.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Aaron Stokes.
And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Fields now to throw.
And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw again on second down. Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Fields on third down.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll stay on the ground. Mirage again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Malage. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
60 Bison.
Again, it's Malage. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here we go. 43 is the mic. 60 Eagles.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 79 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 43. Undercrush.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
43. Check 43. Get your swarm on. Tight dog. 70 Timberwolves.
Now they try the right side here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 21. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
58, boys, 58, 58. Mike. Here we go. Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff as they run left side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
43 is the mark.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. And they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
132 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And now here's a carry heading left. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kalen Ballage. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he didn't.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Ballage, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And the lead now down to 20.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
3rd and 2, Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Fields on target to Mooney. 1st down, Chicago.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Tevin Jenkins, the 2nd-round pick, the guilty party.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Bears, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week.